What if I told you that a $100 investment once turned into over $1 million, and that same opportunity might not be over yet? Yes, we're talking about Shiba Inu, the meme coin that was laughed at, dismissed, and mocked by nearly every serious investor. Yet, it went on to create some of the most unexpected millionaires in crypto history. And now, as new developments unfold in the Shiba ecosystem, from Shibarium adoption to burn mechanisms and new token utility, many are starting to ask the same question again. Could Shiba Inu still make millionaires in 2026 and beyond? Stay tuned, because in this video, we're diving deep into the real data, the crypto psychology, and the future catalysts that could once again turn a meme into a money machine. Let's be real, the crypto world loves a good comeback story. We've seen coins rise, crash, and rise again, but few have done it with the cultural force that Shiba Inu has. When Shiba launched in 2020, it wasn't meant to be a serious project. It was, at first glance, just a parody of Dogecoin. But what followed was an unprecedented explosion. A $100 investment in the early days grew to over $1 million during the 2021 bull run. But after that historic rally, the narrative shifted. Critics said it was over. The hype was gone, the holders were left behind. And yet, as we enter this new cycle, Shiba Inu is quietly evolving. Behind the memes, a real ecosystem is taking shape. Shiba Inu's story is one of the most fascinating in the entire history of cryptocurrency, not because it started as a technical marvel, but precisely because it didn't. It started as a meme, a joke, a parody of Dogecoin, which itself was a parody of Bitcoin. It was born out of the internet's chaotic creativity, a blend of humor, rebellion, and collective belief that turned pixels and memes into real-world fortunes. But as every veteran investor knows, the crypto market has a strange way of transforming jokes into revolutions. When Shiba Inu first hit the blockchain in 2020, few took it seriously. The idea that a token featuring a cute Japanese dog could one day rival some of the world's largest cryptocurrencies was almost laughable. Yet beneath the surface, something powerful was forming, a community that refused to be ignored. In the beginning, it was all about hype. A swarm of retail investors saw Shiba as the next Dogecoin, cheap, accessible, and filled with viral potential. But then something unexpected happened. The community didn't fade. It grew, it organized, it evolved, and that evolution laid the foundation for what's happening today, the transformation of Shiba Inu from a meme coin into a real, functioning ecosystem. The turning point came with Shibarium, Shiba Inu's Layer 2 blockchain. This was not a minor update or a publicity stunt, it was a statement. A declaration that Shiba Inu was here to build, not just to trend. Shibarium was designed to solve a problem that has haunted many tokens tied to Ethereum: scalability and cost. High gas fees, slow confirmation times, and limited throughput made everyday transactions impractical. But with Shibarium, that changed. Transactions became faster, cheaper, and, crucially, connected to a burn mechanism that directly benefits holders. Every time someone interacts with the Shibarium network, whether it's swapping tokens, deploying smart contracts, or trading NFTs, a small portion of SHIB is burned. Gone, forever. This subtle but powerful design aligns community usage with deflationary economics. The more people use the network, the scarcer SHIB becomes. And in an asset with massive supply, initially a staggering 589 trillion tokens, scarcity is the key that can unlock price appreciation. In traditional finance, central banks can print money infinitely. In Shiba Inu's world, every transaction moves in the opposite direction, destroying supply and rewarding holders through long-term value appreciation. That's a narrative investors can rally around. As of late 2025, over 410 trillion SHIB tokens have already been burned. Let that sink in. That's nearly half of the original supply, permanently gone. And while critics scoff at how much is left, they overlook the exponential power of adoption-driven burns. Shibarium's activity is scaling fast, and every new wave of users accelerates the burn cycle. It's the crypto version of compound interest, slow at first, then explosive. But supply reduction alone doesn't build ecosystems. What truly sets Shiba Inu apart today is its evolution beyond the meme. The team behind SHIB understood that in order to outlive its own hype, it needed to build infrastructure, not just fandom. And that's exactly what they did. Enter Shiba Swap, the decentralized exchange built to serve the Shiba ecosystem. When it launched, it gave holders a way to stake, swap, and earn directly within their own network. No longer was SHIB just a token you bought and waited on. It became an asset that could generate passive yield. The psychology shifted. People weren't just speculating anymore, they were participating. Then came SHIB, the Metaverse, a bold step into digital land ownership and virtual interaction. On the surface, it might look like just another Metaverse project. But look closer, it represents something deeper. It's an attempt to give SHIB holders a stake in a digital economy that extends beyond charts and tokens. Imagine a world where SHIB isn't just currency, it's identity, property, and community combined into one. And that's not all. Developers have teased the future release of SHI, a stablecoin built to anchor the ecosystem with a reliable, non-volatile currency. If successfully launched, it could transform the Shiba network into a self-sustaining economy, one with transactional stability, DeFi opportunities, and payment integrations that connect to the real world. In fact, SHIB has already crossed that bridge. Through partnerships with BitPay and Now Payments, SHIB is accepted by hundreds of merchants globally, from restaurants to travel platforms. That might sound symbolic, but it's significant. Every real-world transaction that includes SHIB as a payment option reinforces its legitimacy. The more it's used, the harder it becomes to dismiss it as just a meme. Yet, what truly powers this transformation isn't technology, it's people. The SHIB army is one of the most passionate, organized, and relentless communities in the entire crypto landscape. Millions of holders, spread across every continent, working together with a shared belief that this coin represents something bigger than money. For many, SHIB wasn't just a trade, it was an entry point into the crypto world. It was the first coin they ever bought, the first project they ever believed in. And when you mix that kind of emotional investment with financial hope, you get something extraordinarily powerful: collective conviction. That conviction manifests in countless ways: community-led token burns, social campaigns, NFT collections, and endless grassroots marketing. You'll find SHIB logos painted on cars, displayed in shop windows, and tattooed on arms. That's not just fandom, that's identity. And in crypto, identity matters. Because in a market dominated by anonymous developers and fleeting hype, the projects that build tribes endure. Dogecoin has it, Bitcoin has it, and Shiba Inu, perhaps more than any other altcoin, has mastered it. This is what keeps SHIB alive through every bear market. When prices drop and sentiment fades, the SHIB army doesn't vanish, it doubles down. It builds, it burns, it believes, and in a decentralized financial landscape where belief often precedes value, that's a force you can't underestimate. Zooming out to the macro picture, the timing of Shiba Inu's evolution couldn't be better. The crypto world is entering a new phase, one defined by real adoption, regulatory clarity, and Layer 2 scaling. Ethereum's ecosystem, which Shibarium builds upon, is stronger than ever. Gas fees have dropped, on-chain liquidity has grown, and user experience is finally improving. At the same time, the broader market is showing signs of renewed life. Bitcoin's next halving cycle is drawing near, and historically, that event has been the spark that reignites speculative mania across the entire space. When Bitcoin moves, altcoins follow. And when altcoins move, narratives drive which ones move first and fastest. Shiba Inu sits at the intersection of multiple powerful narratives: decentralization, meme culture, community ownership, and deflationary economics. That's a potent mix. It speaks to retail investors who want to be part of something grassroots, not corporate. It speaks to developers who see potential in building on Shibarium. And it speaks to traders who understand how narratives create liquidity. During the 2021 bull run, Shiba Inu's rally wasn't just price movement, it was a cultural event. People who had never bought crypto before were suddenly checking charts daily. News outlets couldn't ignore it. Even financial commentators who once mocked it had to admit, this was no longer a fringe phenomenon. It was a reflection of a new kind of investor, the digital native, community-driven dreamer. That kind of cultural power doesn't disappear. It merely waits for the next wave, and that wave might already be forming. But let's be realistic. Shiba Inu is not without its challenges. Its circulating supply remains enormous, and its journey toward significant price appreciation requires both patience and strategic progress. The dream of SHIB reaching $1, a favorite among hopefuls, would require a market cap larger than the global economy. It's not going to happen. However, focusing on the unreachable distracts from what's actually possible. With continued burns, ecosystem expansion, and increased adoption, SHIB doesn't need to hit $1 to change lives. A move from $0.00002 to $0.001, a 50x increase, would still mint thousands of new millionaires. And here's where the numbers get interesting. As Shibarium activity accelerates, daily burns increase. The community has introduced automated burn portals, decentralized apps that link rewards to burn rates, and initiatives where a percentage of NFT sales permanently removes SHIB from circulation. Over time, that compounding effect can be substantial. Imagine a world where billions of SHIB are burned daily. Suddenly, the tokenomics start looking a lot more favorable. Combine that with renewed retail participation during the next bull market, and you have the ingredients for another explosive rally. Not because of blind speculation, but because of fundamentals strengthened by real usage. This is the paradox of Shiba Inu. What began as a joke is now one of the few meme-born assets working toward genuine utility. It's an ecosystem that has outlasted most of its early critics. While hundreds of other meme coins have come and gone, SHIB remains in the top ranks of global crypto assets by market capitalization. That doesn't happen by accident, it happens when a community refuses to die. And then there's the whale activity, a quiet but powerful signal of confidence. Ethereum whales, some of the most sophisticated investors in crypto, continue to hold substantial SHIB positions. They could easily offload their tokens for newer opportunities, but many don't. Instead, they accumulate during dips. That's not fandom, that's strategy. Big players understand something simple. In crypto, longevity is an advantage. The coins that survive bear markets are often the ones that dominate the next cycle. This next cycle, the one forming now, is likely to be defined by AI, scalability, and real-world use cases. But make no mistake, meme coins with substance will ride that wave too. Because memes, at their core, are narratives, and narratives are the lifeblood of markets. What Shiba Inu offers is a hybrid narrative, emotional and functional. It's the coin that gave regular people a chance to win, now evolving into a blockchain platform with tangible utility. That's powerful storytelling, and markets, at the end of the day, are fueled by stories people believe in. Recently, news from the ecosystem has reignited optimism. Shibarium surpassed 400 million transactions, a milestone that proves genuine on-chain activity. Developers are expanding the reach of Shiba Eternity, a mobile game that connects to the SHIB universe. Plans are underway for a Shibarium-based NFT marketplace that could rival some of the smaller Ethereum competitors. Even whispers of AI integration, automation, analytics, and smart tools for the community are making the rounds. Each of these developments paints a picture of a maturing ecosystem. The Shiba Inu team isn't chasing trends, they're laying bricks. Slowly, consistently, and with an eye toward long-term sustainability. And this matters because the crypto market rewards persistence. Projects that fade after hype cycles vanish into irrelevance. Projects that build, survive. Shiba Inu is building. That's the secret most outsiders miss. This isn't 2021 anymore. Shiba Inu isn't just a meme rocket waiting to explode. It's becoming infrastructure, a network, a culture, a brand. Think about it. How many crypto tokens have their own decentralized exchange, blockchain layer, metaverse, payment integrations, and millions of active believers? The list is short, and SHIB is on it. So when people ask, can Shiba Inu still make millionaires? The answer isn't simple. It's not a yes or no, it's a story of evolution, timing, and belief. Yes, the days of turning $10 into $10 million are likely behind us. But that doesn't mean life-changing gains are impossible. The combination of deflationary tokenomics, a growing ecosystem, and mass community support creates a unique setup. For the investor who understands cycles, who's patient enough to wait through volatility, and who sees beyond the memes, Shiba Inu could still be one of the most asymmetric bets in crypto. The kind where the downside is limited, but the upside, if things align, could be staggering. Because ultimately, Shiba Inu isn't just about money, it's about movement. It's about millions of ordinary people rallying behind a shared symbol of hope, humor, and possibility. In a world where traditional finance often feels out of reach, SHIB gave people a way to believe again. And that belief, when combined with innovation, can be unstoppable. Shiba Inu's next chapter won't be written by developers alone. It'll be written by everyone who believes that a meme can evolve into meaning. The foundations are there, the burns are working, the ecosystem is growing, and the world, once again, is watching. In crypto, narratives never die. They just transform, and right now, the Shiba Inu narrative is transforming before our eyes, from joke to juggernaut, from meme to movement. So when people ask if it can still make millionaires, maybe the better question is this: what if the real wealth of Shiba Inu was never just financial, but the power of collective belief that built an empire from a meme? Because that, in every sense, is the story that could still be very, very early. Recently, several bullish updates have reignited the community. Shibarium reached over 400 million transactions, showing strong network use. Shiba Eternity, the SHIB-themed game, continues to expand user engagement. Partnerships with payment gateways like Binance Pay are increasing SHIB's visibility. And developers have hinted at a Shibarium-based NFT marketplace and AI integrations on the roadmap for 2026. All of these developments point to one conclusion: the team is building for the long game. Shiba Inu started as a joke, but what it's becoming is no laughing matter. It represents something powerful: the democratization of wealth through community-driven technology. Whether SHIB makes new millionaires again or not, one thing is certain: it's rewriting the rulebook for what a meme coin can become. Because at the end of the day, Shiba Inu isn't just about a coin, it's about belief, resilience, and the idea that even in the most unpredictable corners of crypto, anything is possible. So, is SHIB still early? Maybe, but one thing's for sure: this story isn't over yet. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I really appreciate you watching. If you found this useful, a like would be fantastic, and subscribing helps me keep creating content you'll hopefully enjoy. Please share your experiences and any questions in the comments. I always try to read and respond. Your support keeps this channel going. Until our next video, take care and have a wonderful day.